For many people, this is the sum total of all their experiences in life. All their love, all their hate, all their passion, all their pain, all their fear, and all their hope. In the end, it's just a void without meaning and without purpose. Some never learn. There are really only two kinds of people in this world. Those who never die, and those who never live. There's so much more to us than we think there is. We think we know what life is about, at least what our own life is about. But we're just fooling ourselves. Why? Why are we fooling ourselves? Because it feels comfortable. It feels safe. What makes it safe? It's safe to never take the next step to say, this is who I am. This is the way things are. To make sense of everything without making sense of anything. So what do we do about making sense of everything? I'll tell you what we do. We don't accept life for what it is. We question it. We attack it. We love it. We assault it. We embrace it. We put everything into it that is the real, essential spirit of our being, and when it is finally time to go, we don't leave quietly. We dare death to take it from us. Then understand this. Life is not about the hereafter. It's about the here before. Here before you lies the soul of a man. Will he choose to live, or will he choose to die?
What did I do to you? Why did you have to leave us? There's never enough time. Never enough time.
There's always enough time in a place like this, Dr. Moultrie. Time enough to think about anything you wouldn't think about out there. Or you can just choose to stop thinking and start drinking. Bad habit, smoking causes cancer, throat cancer, right?
Who are you? How do you know my name?
Well, you're very well known around here, of course. Dr. Stephen Moultrie, a good man, an accomplished man, a genuine hero. I salute you.
Well, I was a doctor, that's true. I was never a hero.
You were a hero, sir. Yes, indeed. You were the best kind of hero. You saved a man's life when no one else would. Right here. Don't you remember? In this place. Your place. Always was, always will be.
Well, how do you know all these things? I haven't been in this place for years. Years.
Really? Was it that long ago? Or was it just yesterday?
There are special moments in our lives. The moments are often so brief, seem so incidental that we may fail to understand their significance, and in doing so miss the subtle beauty which they give. Day by day and minute by minute, we willingly forfeit what has true meaning for what has no meaning at all.
You got your bus token? You got a bus token? Yeah, right in the middle. Okay. So I probably am not affected by it. Yeah, you dress up a bit. But everybody got shifted. I know people. Really? I know.
That's why you're here, Klutho.
Steven, hey, what a pleasant surprise, man. It's been a long time.
What, 5 years?
Yeah. So tell me, how do you like my bar? It has a certain panache to it, doesn't it? A little je ne sais quoi.
It's a dump.
Yeah. Used to be lit up with nothing but black lights. so nobody could really see what it looked like. Nobody really likes the truth. So tell me, have you been my friend?
Well, you wouldn't believe it. I'm in med school.
Wait, med school? Have you lost your mind?
No. I think I found it, as a matter of fact. Along with a heart and soul.
That's not the Stephen Moultrie I remember, alright? That Stephen loved to put people into hospitals, not treat them there. Especially not all these damn jigs.
Henry, I just don't feel like that anymore. I mean, not since Pop died. I did a lot of really bad things back then. To people who didn't even deserve it.
You know what that is? That's civilization. It's getting to you. You're getting too damn civilized with all this education you're pursuing. Or you know what? It's bad for you.
Yeah. You should try it.
I don't need education. I've got balls. That's all you really need to get anything you want out of life, Stephen. It's a good pair of balls.
Yeah. And what do you want, Henry?
I'm glad you asked. Stephen, let me tell you, I am going to transform this cesspool of a city. Just tear down the projects, because fuck it, who really needs them? Condos, shopping centers, bars, classy joints, Stephen, classy joints. Nothing at all like this toilet.
That's you, all right, Henry. Architect on speed.
So tell me, what do you want out of life, huh, Dr. Stephen? You feel sorry for these welfare leeches? You want to try to save the world now?
No. I just want to make peace with the world. And with myself.
And tell me, just how do you intend to do that?
By learning to embrace the very thing which gave me hate in the first place.
Stephen, I've got the balls to live my dreams, alright? Do you have the balls to live yours?
It takes a special kind of man to expect to go into the pit of a viper and come out alive.
Because I'm here. Oh joy. Time to be undervalued, overwhelmed, and evenly abused by some of the dumbest motherfuckers in this shithole of a town.
Said, lady, where have you been all my life?
In the right place. Until now.
I don't believe you.
You know why I'm here?
God took a shit.
Hey, Daddy, the answer to my prayers.
You praying for a girl to whoop your ass?
Baby, you don't want to miss this train.
Did the Little Dick Express pull into this station? Motherfucking no-class ghetto, lying piece of shit, two-bit hustler, goddamn sorry, lame-ass motherfucking bitch.
Zora, why do you have to be like that? Why do you have to treat men so cold?
Men? Ain't no real men up in here. Not a goddamn one.
How can you say that when you don't even give them a chance? You need to see the good in people. There's good in everyone if you just take the time to get to know them.
Eartha White, you may know a lot of things, but you don't know a damn thing about men. There are only two kinds of men. The ones that want your heart, or the ones that want your ass.
Ain't that the truth?
You see, the ones that just want ass, as soon as they get it, will jump out the door. Jive ass niggas, all of them ain't worth shit. But the ones that want your heart, they'll do whatever it takes. They'll take you for the best loving and worst shit you can give them. They'll walk through hell for you. Real men don't leave. Real men never leave.
Well, how can I tell the difference?
If they say sweetie, baby, sugar, mom, it's code.
Code for what?
Pussy.
Do you really believe that?
I know it.
Well, if men are really so bad, well, why should us ladies be messing with them in here?
Free drinks. And the fun in making them crawl for us.
But what is life without caring about other people? Life is not about what you take. It's about what you give. Right? Right?
Don't look at me. I'm a Les. I quit that team a long time ago.
Oh, I am not seeing what I think I'm seeing up in here.
Zora, what's wrong?
Don't look now, but the young bastard fathers hoping for love in all the wrong places again.
Oh, no.
Oh, hell no. Hell no!
Zora, stop!
Fantastic. Well, look who's here, Dragon Lady. Like a fresh breeze out of my ass. Your car broken down again? Well, here's your ride home.
What the fuck you doing?
Excuse me? I'm entertaining these young ladies.
Young ladies, my ass. Get lost, skank assholes. Find yourself another sugar daddy. You heard me. He ain't your pimp. Now get the fuck out, bitch. And nigga, you need to get your black ass home before I bust you up one.
I'm your father. You do not talk to me like
You a
that.
goddamn disgrace is what you are.
I'm a grown man. I do what I please.
You will not embarrass me in front of my friends.
The only friend you have is Aunt Mama over there, because she's the only one who listens to your man-hating shit for more than 2 seconds.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy, are you okay? Daddy, what's wrong? Daddy, what's wrong? Wake up, Daddy. Oh, God, Daddy. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help us, please?
Why isn't anybody calling an ambulance?
No ambulance is gonna come. Not to this part of town. Certainly not for a black man.
I'm gonna do something.
Hey, what are you doing? What the hell do you think you're doing, Steven?
Balls. Isn't that what you said, Henry? Balls.
Hey, so I exaggerate a little bit. I can't help it. I'm a Republican, man. Steven! Steven!
I'm a doctor! Get back! Everybody get back! Come on, old man.
Oh, Daddy, please wake up. Please wake up, Daddy.
Come on, man. Come on, old man! Come on! I hear you breathing, come on!
Daddy.
Come on!
Go on, you son of a bitch. That's all you got? You got any more? Come on.
Is that it? Is that all
Any
you
more?
can do?
All right, come on. Here's some more. Come on. Here's some.
What are you doing?
You're welcome.
Hell, I've been decking with a white man.
He's all right.
Okay. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Fine job, Doctor.
Jesus, I cannot believe you just did that. Have you lost your mind?
Yeah. I don't ever want it back.
So there you were, faced with a decision, and you chose to save a life.
I had to do it.
No, you didn't, but you did it anyway.
Well, at that point, I had dedicated myself to healing people, preserving life. I couldn't just stand there and let a man die now, could I?
People make decisions every day. None of them are mandatory. You wanted to save him.
No. To tell you the truth, I didn't.
Why?
Because I had issues with people like that.
Black? Everyone comes in here with issues.
Not like mine.
Prejudice is nothing new.
wasn't I just hated people for being different from me, but for the guy that could even have invented something like that.
So you were consumed with hatred. But can you explain why?
Well, it really was very senseless. But when my family just moved in the neighborhood, I had trouble making friends. I was shy boy. And then one day a young boy had asked me to tag along with his friends.
He was black.
See, my family was very open-minded. In fact, when the civil rights legislation passed, they strongly supported it. My old man always says you can measure a man's worth by what he places value on. So I placed value on making friendships outside my insulated room. I wanted to take his lead. I wanted him to be proud of me. But things didn't quite work out as planned that day. See, so-called new friends, they jumped me in an alley. They beat me to a bloody pulp. Seems I didn't like stupid white trash moving into their neighborhood.
That must have been very traumatic. But that's not what changed you, was it? It was watching one boy that had befriended me stand there and do absolutely nothing while I screamed for help. And then when I went home to my family, seeking comfort, comfort for a frightened, disillusioned little boy, all I got was a lecture on tolerance and forgiveness. How did you respond?
Well, from that moment on, I chose to live a life of vengeance. I met hate with hate, violence with violence. And I made friends with people who supported my views. In fact, violence became addictive, even insatiable.
Well, that's strange. That's not the man I see in front of me.
I guess it's watching your parents waste away with cancer. I lost my hatred. Or buried deep inside of me. I vowed never again to be the thing I hated most. And I've never stand and watch while others suffered.
So something inside you was driving you on.
Yes, but I don't know how it could have happened to me.
Perhaps it was that same voice which told you to take a step forward and save a man's life when no one else would. Telling you to take that fateful step when no one else could.
To cross the divide between perception and truth is a long walk, and worth every step. You must remember this. You must remember the time that has passed and the time that has passed you by. The things that you did and the moments that gave your life meaning. Only with a fleeting glimpse do we see with that clarity which only a selected blindness will afford.
Who you is?
Pardon me, but is this the home of Mr. James Weldon?
Uh-huh.
My name is Stephen Moultrie. I'm his, doctor. Well, can you find James so I can speak with him? What are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? Who are you fooling? Med school and dissecting cadavers does not make you an expert on the human body, you idiot. Don't be a hero, Stephen. It's not in your blood. For Christ's sake, nobody cares that the dirty old bastard dies anyway, right? This is none of my business. What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You just had a goddamn heart attack, old man. I need you to go sit yourself down somewhere now.
This is my house, girl. I do what I damn please in it.
Okay? You keep moving around like this in your condition, you're gonna drop dead right here.
Yeah, it'd be a big loss for you.
You're just stubborn as hell. You have to do everything your way, even if it kills you. Daddy, just for once, I wish you would just listen to me.
I'm an old man. I ain't got that much living left. I gotta do all the living while I still can. I'm enough to rest in the grave.
Is that what you call living, Daddy? What you're doing? Is that living to you? No. Alley-catting around in those bars, picking up those drunk bitches. That's so nasty.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm still a man.
Yeah? Well, how about acting like one?
What's that supposed to mean?
Real men don't act like that. That's shameful.
You're fine when they talk.
Don't look at me. I don't pick nobody up.
Yeah, you do worse. You play with men and you shit on them. It's like it's some kind of damn game.
They deserve it.
Deserve what?
They deserve to be shit on. All they want is some pussy and you know it. Just a bunch of sweet talking jive. Mama's boys, assholes, and hustlers.
Is that what you think of men? Mm-hmm. Every man? Just because one man walks on you, he want to condemn them all?
Real men don't walk out on their women, especially their wives. You're a fine one to lecture me. What would she say if she could see you now?
She think I'm a crazy bastard like always, but she'll understand too. Look, Zora, I know I haven't been the best father I could see to you. No, I have always given you the best of advice. But hell, who wouldn't take advice from a goat like me? But look, if you shut out the whole world because one man done you wrong, the only person that suffers is you. Now, I know love could be painful, even unfair, but it's worth the risk. Because when you stop loving, you stop living.
I'm supposed to tell you that Mr. Steven is here to see you.
You see, I knew he'd come for you.
That's crazy. He is a doctor. I mean, he probably just came to check up on you.
That's not true. I saw that we could look at each other.
Where you going, Daddy?
Gonna have a little man talk. Just remember what I told you now.
Hello, love. What's with all the toddling about?
Just been busy. So much to do around here when you're the real head of the house.
Mm-hmm.
That man is such a problem.
They all are. Pompous little bitches.
I mean, really, there's just a lot going on. I mean, with an alcoholic father, and I'm trying to make a home for poor little Maya after a crackheaded mother left her on the streets to fend for herself. I just don't understand. What am I killing myself for?
Because you have a heart. Because you care.
But why should I care? When nothing I do means anything. And let's be honest. I mean, there hasn't been a real man around here worth a damn, except you. And well, you're not really. I mean, you are, but you're not really. I mean, you're a boarding guest, okay?
Come now, me dear. You just blowing smoke up me knickers. What's the real problem?
He's here. I don't know what to do. Who? You know? Steven! The guy from the bar?
Steven. Oh, he's come. He's here. He's come. He's come. He's come. He's come. They always come when you want them to. Well, not always. That's another matter. We've got to get ready now. It's very important to make a good impression.
No, don't make such a fuss.
You've got to try some of these on. Listen. This will do just nicely. It's hip. Isn't that it? It's called hip.
What are
You're
you going with this?
No, you see, it's going to be just lovely. It's going to be beautiful. Come, we gotta go. Come, you see, come on.
Francis!
Come on, it's beautiful. Gosh. So, you see, Nora, this thing is really quite pretty. It's beautiful, well, it's... Oh, look what we have here. Miss Maya. Aren't we a lovely one today? A vision of loveliness we are.
You're silly.
Silly I am. Silly. Why, I'm a bleeding princess. Dancing at the ball. Woo!
You're crazy. That's what you is crazy.
Wouldn't you like to be a princess too?
I can't be no princess.
Au contraire, mademoiselle. Why not?
'Cause I'm a black girl.
Why would you say such a thing, child?
My mama said all a black girl's good for is being a maid. A black girl's just a dog in the street, good for the bed in the kitchen.
That's rubbish. You may be many things, but one of them is not a dog. You can be anything you want to be, even a princess. But it's not easy to be a princess. Let me show you. It takes a lot of practice. You must hold your head high. Regality. Carpe diem. Carpe diem.
Crappadine, crappadine.
A princess takes orders from no one.
Not even a man?
Oh, especially not a man. We just let them think they're in charge.
Really?
Of course. It protects their tiny little egos. While it's us girls who rule from the back door.
Mr. Weldon said you know a lot about girls 'cause you're a queer.
A queer? Let me tell you something, girl. A queer is any man who would wake up in a puddle of his own piss. Now, let me show you how to dance. This isn't what it looks like.
I'm sure it's not.
Yes. Quite.
I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just looking for Zora. I'm Steven.
Yes, Steven, of course. The dashing young hero.
No, it's nothing really. I'm a doctor. I was just doing my job.
And a cracking job you did of it too. The old man is back to being his old conniving, cantankerous bastard self. That's my delightful little scallywag. I'm teaching her to be a princess. Princess Maya, there's a gentleman visitor here from Miss Zora. Make yourself useful now.
A princess take order from no man.
Do you fancy me for a man? Away with you now!
I think I'm just gonna go.
No, wait. Zora's up and about. She just may be a little shy about seeing, you know.
Zora? Shy? I don't think so.
I may be a little bit odd to you, but I know girls. She fancies you, you know. She just has a little trouble showing it. Got out of a bad marriage and that sort of a thing.
I understand.
Listen, Steven. If you break her heart, you're going to bust your bloody arse. Get it? looking all over for you, me love. Care for a bite of me sausage? Right.
Hello there, my young hero.
No, not really. I was just doing my job.
It's not your job. You're a med student, second year, I'm guessing. Am I right?
Who told you that?
I spent enough of my lifetime in hospitals to know a few things. My wife spent the final year of her life in a hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You know, funny places, hospitals. You learn a lot about them. The time spent, I did. I mean, I know everything about the system. Every procedure, every situation. But what it doesn't prepare you for is it pain, suffering, death.
Yes, I know.
Really? Do you? I don't think anybody does. Some people say they're prepared for death. Some aren't. But let me tell you something. I've sat in the shitty blood-filled trenches of war, watching my friends die the most unspeakable agony you can mention. I've watched the look on my wife's face as the life slowly drained from her. I was powerless to save her. Even though we want to make peace with death, we never want to meet it.
I realize that. I just came here to make sure that you're all right.
No, you didn't, son.
Yeah, I'm concerned that
Forget about dragging me back to a hospital. I'd never go to a hospital again. You didn't come here to save my life. You came here to save your own.
What do you mean?
Don't play stupid with me. I know men by the look in their eyes. I know when they look at another man and call him a nigger, even if they don't say it. You know what a nigger really is, boy? A nigger is a man who lives up to every disgusting insult given, fairly, unfairly, and revels in it. I may be one, but there's something worse than a nigger, and that's a man who has himself as an enemy. That's you. I know it. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Until you're able to find peace within yourself, until you're able to live within your own skin, you'll never know what it is to really live. I can tell there's a war going on. I fought a few wars in my lifetime, and you gotta fight yours too.
I don't know. I don't know how to win my war.
First step, you started by coming here. The rest is up to you. The next step is for you, is to defeat that hate with love. You know, I knew my wife for over 24 years, and I never asked her to dance. Boy, did she love to dance. For the simple romance of it, the intimacy. You understand?
Yes, I think so.
You gotta get outside yourself to know what really matters. And that's when you start to know what it really is to live. My God, we've got Mary fucking Poppins here as a boarding guest. What are we running? Goddamn soup kitchen for transvestites in here?
Oh, bugger off, you old wanker. Have you seen Zora?
That's my girl. She'll be on her own good time. That's all she needs is time.
Now's my time, Daddy.
Accept those things which fate binds you. To love the people to whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart.
Inspiring. Who said that?
A great man. For his time.
Well, now's my time.
This is crazy. Why am I doing this?
It's funny. That's what I said when I got here.
Why did you come here?
I came here to make sure your father was all right. No, I came here to see you.
Why?
Because it's right. I know it's right. Because there are a million reasons for me to turn around and never come back, and I won't listen to any of them. Because the one reason to stay
standing in front of me. And that's all the reason I need.
What do you want?
May I have this dance?
Nobody's ever asked me to dance like that. I don't know how.
Neither do I. But we can do it together. Will you give it a try?
But there's no music.
We don't need any music.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We all make mistakes. Just forgive and try again.
I think I misjudged you. I mean, before.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
Wow. That was beautiful. Who said that?
A great man ahead of his time.
You're half right.
Oh, really? Why?
It takes a great woman to make a great man.
And I couldn't agree more.
What a strange and mysterious thing this life is. How wonderful, how precious, how terrifying, how incredible. Why can't we see the beauty in a single moment? The majesty within each fleeting breath. Why must we waste even an instant of precious time on things that give us no love, no joy, no meaning? Let us embrace this gift, if only once. Open up our eyes to the glory of life for a moment in time.
You know, I gained a beautiful, incredible love that day for two very special people. I married Zora, we adopted Maya. And for a time while Zora was here, I was finally at peace with myself.
You crossed your own great divide that day. You saved a man's life.
No, I didn't. Or did I? You know, I learned a lot that day. In fact, it's just a coincidence I even ended up here in the first place. I can't believe this old bar's still open.
Hey, it's not.
What?
Buddy, this place is going to be bulldozed in the morning. Can't you see us closed down? You got to leave.
You don't know when it closed down, do you?
Jesus, must have been a long time ago, man. I mean, you got the mall down the street where all the yuppies hang out. You got the racetrack, which I like. Oh, and you got the new airport. Man, this place has been rotting here for at least 15 years as far as I know.
15 years? My God. There's never enough time.
What do you see when you look back at the sum total of your life? The elements of time and space and feeling that make up who you are and what you are. Do you see yourself through the eyes of others or your own heart? And when it is finally over, when the end of your existence is marked and given for the record, what will it say? In the end, all we have is time.